What is good, everyone? I'm Peter. This is the Uncharted 3 Commentators Tournament Round 1 results. There we go. That's it. That's what's going on over here. Hold on. Let me fix my mic. Sorry about that. So, yeah. What just went down was round 1 of the tournament, and it was really awesome. I was really happy with all the success it had, because I thought there was going to be some, like, promotional videos on other channels, but, they didn't have time to make those, so I was really just going at it alone, seeing how many people would find out and stuff. And I think it really came together, and, yeah, you might check out the videos and be like, oh, this video doesn't really have that many views. Or you might click on the commentaries and you'd be like, oh, this doesn't have that many views. But, well, you know, it's how the thing works, and I think all the viewers that did end up watching were really active in voting. Because in total we had 206 votes, and that's pretty sweet. And, that's around 26 votes per matchup, because there's 8 matchups. I believe. It doesn't sound right. No, yeah, maybe. So, yeah, so that's, because I wanted at least 20 on each matchup, and only one matchup had 19 at the end. I'm not going to tell you which one, because that's not important. But, you know, it was clear enough. But the point was that I wanted at least 20 votes on each matchup, you know, to determine which competitor will be, going to the next round, and, that's what I got, and I was really happy. So, and I was also surprised, beyond the voters and beyond you guys being awesome, was the quality of the commentaries, because, I mean, maybe this is going to sound a little rude or something, but I was sort of expecting a lot of, like, you know, pretty average commentaries, but, I of course watched every single one of them, because that's the only way I could possibly run the tournament. So I watched them, and I pretty much enjoyed all of them. It was, you know, it was actually pretty fun watching them all and seeing what you guys are doing. So, thanks to all the people that entered and stuff. And finally, before I get to the results, I'm definitely doing another one of these. I'm not sure when this one's over. Maybe I'll start looking into making the second one even bigger and better. But, so right now, don't be bummed if you get eliminated this first round. Because in the giant scheme of things, it really means nothing, you know. It's just one little matchup. It doesn't mean you're screwed. It doesn't mean you're a bad commentator. I'd say all of you are actually really good commentators, and a lot of you... and for the rest that are like average commentators, you know, you're clearly showing potential to me, because I've seen a lot of good stuff. But anyways, that's enough of my opinion and whatnot. Here we go. Results. Matchup 1 was the Legacy Archive versus Guide to Anything. This matchup actually received the most votes, which was kind of cool. And, you know, obviously pretty tough matchup. But in the end, Legacy Archive ended up winning, getting most votes, so he is advancing to the next round. But a good job to you, Guide to Anything. Really enjoyed your commentary, and you got a really nice amount of votes considering you're up against Legacy Archive. So so good for you, man. I saw that a lot throughout the tournament, actually. A lot of really close matchups. This was the closest matchup, though. Christian Voss versus Russ XT. Narrowly, Christian Voss ended up winning. So Christian Voss, you're on to the next round. Matchup 3, so that was just matchup 2 for those of you not following. So, matchup 3 now, he had Las Basnas versus Ultimate Justy, and Las Basnas won. But a lot of people, because the reason I had you put like little sentences like why do you like them is so I can get a general idea of why the people liked them. And a lot of people liked Las Basnas' lifestyle, and so that gave him the edge over Ultimate Justy. So there's that. He's advancing to the next round. Matchup 4, Ghost to Yahoo versus By Massive Attack. Ghost to Yahoo squeezed out the victory there. And a lot of people also found him very entertaining. So good for you, man. Round 5. This was a very interesting matchup. And first, I have to say that all these matchups were randomized. I put all the competitors into a randomizer thing and got the matchups and stuff. So, you know... And I don't want to sound, I really, you know, because I should be a fair, you know, whatever, I should be a fair, little commentator tourney person, the person that's running. I should be a fair manager of this thing, whatever, sorry, lost my word. Point is, I'm talking about matchup 5, Baby Powder Powder Time versus SP45 Gaming. And, I should be fair, and I shouldn't just speak my opinion, but I really go out and say it that, it was unfortunate that these two had to face each other, because they were probably 2 of my top 5 favorite in the whole tournament, and they had to face each other in round 1. So that's a shame. But in the end, this was also a very close matchup. There's a lot of voters who expressed difficulty in voting and whatnot, you know, saying, "Oh, I don't know who to vote for." But in the end, Powder Time ended up winning. But I gotta give a big congrats to SP45 Gaming, because he really held in there, and I think we all understand that Big Patter is one of, like, the most seasoned commentators for Uncharted at this point, meaning that, he's been doing it a good amount of time, and, he's gotten really good at it. So, congrats for making Powder, sweat, I guess, even though no one knew what the votes were. But he was sweating, I could tell. SP45 Gaming, so good job. Matchup 6, this actually might have been my personal favorite matchup, though, just commentary-wise, was Milkweed Killer versus Panda Lover 100. Two really different, crazy commentaries and stuff. Well, half crazy and stuff. So, great matchup. And Milkweed Killer ended up winning, getting the most votes, so he will be moving on to the next round. Congrats. And matchup 7 was I'm the Ending Guy versus Snipes Ninja. And I gotta say, great effort to Snipes Ninja. I think... I'll say this, after reading all the votes and after reading everything, Indian Guy's commentary was probably the most liked commentary, like out of, in this whole, whatever, in all of round 1. And so he ended up winning in an overwhelming fashion. So good for you, I'm the Indian Guy, you're moving on to round 2. But, you gotta appreciate Snipes Ninja and stuff going up against a very, very skilled competitor. So, good job, you too. Matchup 8, and the final matchup was Shouty Raimondo versus Psycho Sing. Now I know how to pronounce his name, which is great. Now I could say it all I want. I could just go to my mom and say, hey, Psycho Sing. She'd be like, hey, you're saying it right. Although she probably has no clue who that is. In the end, another close matchup. Shouty Raimondo ended up winning, though. People found him very entertaining and stuff, so good job on both of you guys. Shouty Raimondo moving on to the next round. So, that probably wasn't very coherent, and I've probably been rambling a little. I wanted this to be a quick video, but I guess it's gone on for I don't know how long. Point is that Matchup 1, Legacy Archive wins. Matchup 2, Christian Voss wins. Matchup 3, Las Basnas wins. Matchup 4, Ghosty 2U wins. Matchup 5, Powder Time 123 wins. Matchup 6, Milkweed Killer wins. Matchup 7, I'm the Indian Guy wins. And Matchup 8, Shouty Raimondo wins. There you go. But what does this mean looking forward? Obviously, we're going to continue the tournament, go on to round 2. Whoa! And what is the theme of round 2? It's no longer freestyle where the commentators could just do whatever they want. What's going to happen in round 2 is prompts. For those of you who don't know what that means, I'm going to give each commentator a different prompt, such as describe your favorite meal, maybe. It'll be a lot more interesting than that. It's not going to be something boring. But basically, I give them the prompt, and then for 5 to 7 minutes, that's the length of commentaries, they have to talk about that. They have to elaborate on the prompt, and they can go a little off topic, but I want them to stay within the region of the prompt. So say I was giving you describe your favorite meal, you'll get to hear me, or you'll have to make a commentary about that, yeah. And I think the prompts will be a lot of fun, and I'm gonna try and give good ones. I'm gonna try and give necessary ones to each commentator that fits their style and whatnot. So it'll be a really fun round 2. So look forward to that. I'm gonna hopefully try and get that up by next week. It depends when all the commentators can send me their videos. Hopefully that's soon though. So anyways, thanks for participating and voting and all that stuff, and stay tuned for round 2. Thanks, bye.